You couldn't even begin to imagine how wacky my day's been. I've spent so long researching one of the most useless topics I've ever invested time into celebrity drama, but more specifically, Harry Styles and whether or not he actually spit on Chris Pine. I swear to God, I spent more time studying this phenomenon than I did studying for the SATs back in high school. I don't even know why I've been so captivated by it, but I've truly just been drawn into it, and it's not letting me go. It's just strangling me by the neck like Homer Simpson on Bart. I just cannot get a conclusive answer as to whether or not he actually spit on Chris Pine. Let me go ahead and bring all of you up to speed. Harry Styles and Chris Pine are in a movie coming up called Don't Worry Darling, which has a ton of controversy surrounding it with Olivia Wilde and pretty much the entire cast. But I'm not here to focus on that. I'm here to get to the brass tacks, the really important stuff, the conspiracy side. Whether or not Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine at one of their premiere things yesterday. I showed the clip on stream and gave my take on it. I thought it was pretty obvious that he hawked a loogie on him, just treated him like a fucking human spittoon. This is the video that kicked off everything. This is the patient zero of the conspiracy. As you can see, it looked like Harry Styles spit on Chris's lap, and Chris responds with bewilderment and a bit of shock. My initial response to seeing that clip was, wow, this unhinged goofball just spit on Chris Pine for some reason. And that was the end of it. You know, this whole movie has had a really super silly history to it. In fact, the same day Harry Styles did an interview, and when he was asked what his favorite thing about the movie was, his response was, I shit you not, this is verbatim, his response was, I think, my favorite thing about the movie is that it feels like a movie. And then he continued saying, it feels like a real, go to the theater film movie. The reason why you go to watch something on the big screen. Now, I can't play the interview clip, so I just had to read the transcript here. The interview's obviously copyrighted. But when you listen to it, it sounds like Harry Styles has been fucking lobotomized. Like, it sounds like he's delivering this answer after he's been hit by a tranquilizer dart and he's about to pass out. I've never listened to him talk. I've seen him in a couple movies and he's always been okay. I don't really have any strong opinions on him. But listening to him speak unscripted is painful. It actually just feels like I wandered into the most decrepit bar and I'm listening to a drunk man tell stories. It was bad. But anyway, after seeing the spit clip on stream, I said, yeah, it looks like he just spit on him, no questions asked. I washed my hands of it and that was that. I thought nothing more of it. But then it got posted on my second channel, and on Twitter, they weren't super happy. I got a couple tweets talking about how disappointed they are that I called Harry Styles yucky because of the spit clip, but one in particular stood out to me. One of them said, not moist critical calling Harry Styles yucky for a fake spitting clip. And I sat there scratching my head. I said, you buffoon, you fucking imbecile, what do you mean, fake spit? What is fake spit, like a prop from Party City? Was the saliva acting? Was Chris in on it and the spit wasn't aggressive or disrespectful? It was a publicity stunt? What do you mean, fake spitting incident? I couldn't wrap my head around it because I thought this was a pretty open and shut case, because it really does look like Harry Styles purses his lips, fucking lets a loogie rip, and Chris Pine responds by looking down where he was spitting, and he's pretty disgusted or confused by it. So it all seemed to check all the boxes of being legitimately being spit on. I didn't know there was any debate. But even still, I wanted to go a bit further to see, is this like a conspiracy? Have I bought into propaganda? Have I been faked out? Was it actually a magic trick? I didn't get it. But Harry Styles fans, whatever they call themselves, stylers, I have no idea, they were adamant that this was fake, manufactured drama and not real. So I dug a bit deeper, and I found an alternate angle, which I also pulled up on stream, that further confirmed my suspicion that this was real spit. I'll go ahead and play that for you. So here we can see the event through a different lens. We got a totally different vantage point here, and I think this one's even clearer, because I really feel like I can see spit travel. So then I did what any sensible man would do and slowed down the clip significantly, and I'm not too sure. Now I really don't know if it's spit, because there I didn't feel like I could see it as well. When played at full speed, I am convinced that I can see the spit. I see a little flash leave Harry Styles' mouth and land on Chris Pine's lap. But I don't know anymore if it's my mind playing tricks on me. It's got me questioning everything I thought I knew about the universe, honestly. Because when I slow down the clip, I can no longer see that flash. Unless, of course, Harry Styles can spit faster than the speed of light, which You know, it is a possibility, I suppose. But what makes this even more confusing is the statement that came out, like the official statement to explain this away, did nothing to squash this conspiracy. Because if it's not spit, then why did Chris Pine react that way immediately after the spit would have landed on him? You know, like nothing really checks out, but here's the official explanation. This is a ridiculous story, a complete fabrication, and the result of an odd online illusion that is clearly deceiving and allows for foolish speculation, Pine's rep said in a statement to Variety. Just to be clear, Harry Styles did not spit on Chris Pine. There is nothing but respect between these two men, and any suggestion otherwise is a blatant attempt to create drama that simply does not exist. This is a dog shit response. I'll just go ahead and give Chris Pine's rep a little free advice. In order to like actually squash these rumors, you needed to explain what happened. Because clearly something happened. Chris responded to something. There was some stimulus there that Chris looked down and then had like a confused moment there, you know? So you needed to explain it, which you didn't. You just called everyone fucking stupid, basically. This is ridiculous and it's an illusion. Even though it's not an illusion, like it's a video we can all see, and it's a little fishy that Harry Styles does something weird with his mouth and Chris Pine responds to it. You didn't explain anything. You just said, you guys are wrong. Source, trust me, bro. Like that's it. That's not super helpful here. But luckily, Chris Pine's rep might not be smart enough to explain it, but I saw a couple of theories on Twitter that I'm starting to believe as well. So the leading theory and the explanation I'm starting to subscribe to is that Chris Pine was wondering where his sunglasses went, and when he noticed they were sitting on his lap, he was a little embarrassed and felt silly, which is why he gave that response. And that's a mistake we've all made, like we're looking for something that's right in front of us, or we're looking for something that we're holding. You know, like sometimes I've made the mistake of trying to find my phone, and I'll turn the flashlight on my phone while looking for it, and then I feel like such a fucking idiot when I realize, oh, it's in my hand. And then, you know, you have that eureka moment where you feel stupid and you have like that kind of response. And that does actually kind of explain it away because Chris does grab his sunglasses after noticing them, and he does give that like, oh, I'm so forgetful kind of look, that kind of shit. So maybe it's a case of just perfect timing where Harry Styles did some goofy shit with his mouth that looks like he's spitting, and at the same time, Chris Pine just happened to have noticed the sunglasses he was trying to locate were sitting right in his lap, so he's like, ugh. You know, like, oh, I found them. They were right there. I'm so dumb. That kind of shit. But I'm not 100% certain either way. I've spent so much time rewatching these clips. It's fucking crazy. And I still can't fully decide which I believe. I think it's most likely that he didn't spit on him and it's just his reaction to finding the sunglasses he was looking for. But I also don't think it's impossible that he truly did just spit on Chris. There's been so much drama on this movie. Like, I wouldn't be shocked to learn that these two have animosity between them and he just spit on him just to fucking assert dominance and disrespect him publicly. I think both are equally likely, though I lean a little more towards it just being the sunglass thing. But anyway, just wanted to talk about it since I spent so much time researching it. That's about it. See ya.